You gonna mess around out in the yard all day, or are you gonna come inside and visit? Just click on the door when you're ready. Well, ain't this nice? You and me in the shop makes three. If you want to get started, there's only one thing to do. Okay, Sweet Pea, pick 3 activities and let's go. Okay, Daisy Chain, take a look at this little old thing while I set up the first experiment. These are jars of ink. Can you fill each jar with the right colored ink? The colors in the small jar are what you get when you mix the colors in the big jars together. Red, 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 yellow, magenta, cyan, blue, red, red, green, green, black, red. Sorry about that, Sunshine. Mangy old cat. Watch this. Red. What color ink do you make when you mix yellow and cyan inks? Here's a clue. You can click on the pots to hear the names of the colors. Nope, you get green when you mix cyan and yellow inks together. What color ink do you make when you mix cyan and magenta inks? No, when you mix cyan and magenta inks, you make blue ink. What 2 colors should you mix to make red ink? Yes, sirree, Bob. What happens if you mix yellow, magenta, and cyan inks together? No, mixing yellow, magenta, and cyan inks makes black. What do you suppose is the smallest number of colors of ink you would need to print this colorful poster of Sourpuss? No, in fact you need only 3 colors of ink. You can make the other colors by mixing cyan, magenta, and yellow inks. Holy hubcaps, a star is born. Guess I mean both you and the page. Let me just ready things up while you look at this next page. Well, surprise, surprise, surprise. Reckon it's old you-know-who up to his old tricks. Sourpuss. Beam balance. Gravity. Weight. Spring. What have you got to say for yourself, Sourpuss? I reckon you won't be slinging words quite so much after that, will ya? Okay, now where were we? Here's a model of the Earth, Moon, and Sun. The camera is stuck to the model Earth so that you can see what the Moon looks like from the Earth. The Moon produces no light of its own, so how come we can still see it? That's right. Light bounces or reflects off the moon, and some of that light reaches our eyes here on Earth. How much of the moon does the sun light up at one time? That's right, and one half of the moon is always dark. In what position is the moon completely dark? Afraid not, Hush Pup. The moon is completely dark in position 1 because the sun is lighting up exactly the half of the moon that we can't see. In what position do we see a full moon? No, it's really position 5. That's where the camera can see all of the face of the moon lit up by the sun. Now, it takes 28 days for the real moon to go all the way around the Earth. If you saw a full moon one night, when would you see the next full moon? Yep, the next time you saw a full moon, the moon would have gone once around the Earth. There's your page. My stars, or should I say your stars? 3 of them. That's mighty good. Let me just ready things up while you look at this next page. Press play to start. This activity is about things that use electricity. Remember, electricity can be very dangerous. Looky here, Hush Pup. All of these thingamajigs use electricity to make a different kind of energy. Movement, light, heat, or sound. Decide what each thing makes and put it in the right place. Flashlight, flashlight, electric iron, television speakers, television speakers, a bulb, an electric motor, a radio, a toaster, a television picture tube, electric stove, radio-controlled car. Skippity-doo-dah! You sure know your doohinkies from your wajamaflops. Why, here's your first question. Which of these pairs of things usually gets their electricity from batteries? Not quite. You see, they get their electricity from the electrical outlets in the walls of your house, but most flashlights and radio-controlled cars get theirs from batteries. Okay, so how does a radio-controlled car turn electricity into movement? That's right, Sporto. Now, we use a light bulb to make light, but what other type of energy does it make? Yep, light bulbs get very hot while they're making light. What is the main thing that the toaster uses electricity to produce? Yep, the main thing that the toaster uses electricity to produce is heat to make toast. What other type of energy does the toaster use electricity to produce when it's making toast? Nope. In fact, it's light. When it's toasting, you can see the inside of the toaster glowing red hot, so the toaster is making light as well as heat. It also makes movement and sound when the toast pops up, but that energy comes from a spring. It doesn't use electricity. Well, there's your page with your stars. That's right, folks. Count 'em. 1, 2, 3. Okay, Sourpuss, you asked for it. Reckon it's about that time, Sugar Pup. You ready for some stargazing? Okay, Hush Pup. Just try to grab Sourpuss as many times as you can before the time runs out. I reckon Sourpuss will try to trick you, but don't you fall for it. Don't click on him unless there's a question card. Otherwise, you'll lose some of them valuable stars. You got all that, Sugar? Okay. On your marks, get set, go! Well, hush my puppies. You got you some goodies. And these ones here are for you to print out and do at home. Hi! Hey, where you been, sweet? Don't forget to press start again when you want to, start again. Okay, Sweet Pea, pick 3 activities and let's go. I'm gonna set up the first experiment, and you can take a sneak preview. Give the puck a push and watch it move along on different surfaces. On which surface will a puck travel the farthest with push 1? On ice. On carpet. We gotta make 'em harder for you. When you push the puck on wood, what makes the puck slow down? That's right, Sweet Pea. As the puck moves along the wood rubs against it, slowing it down. This force that slows down the puck is called friction. Which surface slows the puck down the most? You got it. The carpet produces more friction than the wood or the ice. How can you get the jack-in-the-box to spring open? Yep. The ice produces the least friction, so it doesn't slow the puck down as quickly as the other 2 surfaces. What difference do you think it would make if you spread some oil on the wood? That's right. Adding oil to a surface is called lubrication and can help things move along nicely. Holy hubcaps! 5 stars! Well, that's just plain stupefying. You just take her easy and read this while I get us set up. Lights out, flying words, it could only be the attack of the cantankerous cat. Dun dun dun! Parallel circuit. Sensor. Series circuit. Friction. Force. Oh boy, guess we know who's boss around here, don't we? Remember, electricity can be very dangerous. It can give you powerful shocks and could even kill you. The experiments in the workshop are safe because we use small, safe batteries. Never experiment with large batteries and never play with electricity that comes from outlets in the wall. Look at these 2 unfinished circuits. Now what do you suppose might happen when you complete the circuits with the bulbs? Well, try it and see. Okay, what happens when you put just one bulb into circuit 1? That's right. You need to put both bulbs in circuit 1 to get the electric current flowing through it. What happens when you put just one bulb into circuit number 2? That's right. This circuit is like two circuits joined together. Putting one bulb in makes the current flow in one of those circuits. When you put the second bulb into circuit 2, what happens to the first bulb? Yep. Now ain't that amazing? When you put two bulbs in each circuit, which bulbs are the brightest? You bet, Sparky. When you have two bulbs in each circuit, which circuit has more current flowing through it? No, in fact, it's circuit 2. The brightly glowing bulbs show that the current is higher in circuit 2 than in circuit 1. Look at that, honey pup. 4 stars. Ain't it purty? Hang on while I get things set up. You can look at this meanwhile. Remember, do you see these circuits? See what happens when you turn the switches on and off in different combinations. Here's your first question, Sparky. How do you make all the bulbs light up? Yep. Which bulb is always lit if switch 1 is on? No, it's the red bulb that is always lit when switch 1 is on. Now, which of these switches has to be on to make the yellow bulb light up? Humdinger. How do you make just the green bulb light up? No, in fact, you have to turn switches 2 and 4 on and the other two off to make just the green bulb light up. Which switch can you use to turn two bulbs on at the same time? No, in fact, it's switch 2. If you make sure switches 3 and 4 are on, you can use switch 2 to turn the green and yellow bulbs on and off at the same time. Try it. Okay, Sourpuss, you asked for it. Well, it looks like it's time to bring out all the stars. Okay, ready, go. Hoo-wee! You done real good, Sugar Pie. And now you can print out an experiment and do it at home. Hey there, sweet pea. Whenever you're good and ready, just pick 3 activities and we'll fire this baby up. I'm gonna set up the first experiment, and you can take a sneak preview. Here she is. I think it's time for some wind power. Put the model cars in front of the fan, turn the fan on, and see what happens. Here's your first question. Why do the cars move away from the fan when the fan is turned on? Afraid not, Hush Pup. It's because the fan blows air, and the moving air pushes the cars. Why does car... Well, not really. The sail traps more of the moving air than the other cars, so it gets pushed harder. Why do you think car 2 moves farther than car 3? Correct. Heavy things are harder to push than light things. Why is car 2 pushed less than car 1? Yep, that's right. Car 2's smoother shape means that air can travel around it more easily, so the air pushes it less than car 1. So why do real cars have smooth shapes? You betcha. Real cars have smooth shapes because the air they move through pushes them backwards. They can go faster if the air pushes them less. Well, there's your page. 3 stars. I declare. Hang on while I get things set up. You can look at this meanwhile. Lights out, flying words, it could only be the attack of the cantankerous cat. Dun dun dun. Conductor, wire. Series circuit. Mass. Temperature. Ooh, I guess you busted his knuckles. Live and learn, sourpuss. Okay, let's get back to it. This is a safe experiment, but remember, electricity can be very dangerous. Never experiment with large batteries, fuse boxes, or electrical outlets and plugs. Take a good look at this diagram. It's made up of symbols that represent an electrical circuit. Can you replace each symbol with the part of a real circuit that it represents? A bulb. A bulb. A bulb. A switch. A buzzer. A battery. A bulb. A buzzer. A battery. A battery. A bulb. A switch. A motor. Don't you pay sourpuss no never mind, sweet pea. I'll fix it for you. A buzzer. A battery. A battery. A bulb. A switch. A motor. So, first question. What is the symbol for a light bulb? Actually, a bulb is shown by a circle with a cross inside it. Did you see those long straight lines in the circuit diagram? Now, what do you think they represent? Nope, the lines look pretty much like the things they represent, the connecting wires. Now, the two symbols for batteries look different. Why do you suppose that is? No, in fact, the two batteries are facing in opposite directions, and the symbols show which way around they are. How many of the switches have to be closed for the circuit to work? That's right. The circuit is only complete when both switches are closed. Here's a tricky one. Here's a tricky one. Are the components in this circuit connected in series or in parallel? Yep, the components are connected one after the other in series. Here's your page with 2 stars. Ain't you proud? Here you go, honey bunch. Press play and we'll get started. How does the ball move in each of these simple machines when you click the arrow? On the ramp, you push the ball to the right. In which other direction does it move? Now that's what I call a real creative answer. Not right, though. In fact, the ramp makes the ball move upward as well as to the right. Take another look. When you press down on the left end of the lever, in which direction does the ball move? Yup, you push with a downward force, and the lever pushes the ball with an upward force. When you turn the wheel around, which way does the ball move? Nope, actually, the ball moves to the right. Try again. When you turn the gear around, which way does the ball move? Hoo-wee! We got us an expert here. What force do you need to use to lift the ball using the pulley? I'm afraid that ain't quite right. You need to use a downward pull. This becomes an upward pull on the ball. Well, looky here at your page. 2 stars, and you can get some more next time, too. Psst! Now's your chance to catch that old tomcat. Well, it looks like it's time to bring out all the stars. Okay? Ready? Go! Hoo-wee! You done real good, Sugar Pie. And now you can print out an experiment and do it at home. Well, ain't this nice? You and me in the shop makes 3. We're mighty glad to see you again. If you want to get started, there's only one thing to do, and that's press start again. Just pick 3 activities and we'll fire this baby up. Now, I'll set up this first experiment. Choose a puck and then choose a jet engine to make it speed along the icy track. Which engine makes the 100-gram puck move fastest? Perfect, Possum Pie. Which engine makes the 200-gram puck move fastest? That's right. Engine 3 pushes with a bigger force, so it will make any puck move faster than the other engines can. Which puck moves fastest with engine 1? You betcha. The lighter the puck, the easier it is to push. Which combination of puck and jet engine is slowest? You bet, Sparky. What happens to a puck after it's started moving? That's right. The engine keeps pushing the puck after it started moving, so it moves faster and faster. 5 stars! Holy hot rod! You do take the cake, Possum Pie. Hang on while I get things set up. You can look at this meanwhile. Just press play to get things going. Time for some ice hockey practice. These pucks show you which direction they're moving in. You have to decide in which direction you need to push them to make them do what the instructions say. Oh, that pig-headed bird-brain's been up to his usual monkey shines. How's this? To the left, to the right, to the left, downward, upward, downward, downward, downward. Puck 1 is moving to the right. Which way should you push it to stop it? That's right. To make something stop moving, you have to push it in the opposite direction to the way it's going. Which way should you push Puck 2 to make it speed up? That's right. To make something speed up, you have to push it in the same direction that it's moving in. Which way should you push Puck 3 to make it slow down? Nope. You see, to make Puck 3 slow down, you have to push it in the opposite direction to the way it's moving, and that means a push to the left. Puck 5 is moving to the left but is missing the blue goal. How can you score a goal? Yep, a quick push upward will send it on a different course, toward the goal. All of these pushes are forces. What do these forces do? You betcha. Forces can make things speed up, slow down, stop, or change direction. And of course, they can make things start moving too. Well, ain't you a live wire? Look at that page. It's just lit up with stars. You just take a little old look at this while I set things up. Just press play to start. Sourpuss. Sound waves. Wait. Sound. Pole. Circuit. Well now, Sourpuss, I guess you had a run for your money. Now, as I was saying, this one's about pushes and pulls. Decide in which direction you need to push or pull to perform these tasks. Scat, you! Party pooping pussycat. Okay, here's how it goes. A pull upward, a push downward, a pull upward, a push to the right, a push downward, a pull upward, a push upward, a pull to the right. Here's your first question. There are two ways to move the car forward. What are they? No, you need either a push or a pull to the right to move the car forward. How could you move the car backward? No, you need to push or pull to the left to move the car backward. Now, pushes and pulls are called forces. What kind of force do you need to open the box? No, to open the box, you need to pull upward, which is an upward force. When you hit a nail with a hammer, you apply a downward force. How do you take the nail out again? Yep, an upward force is the opposite of a downward force. So, all of the pushes and pulls you see here are forces. What do all these forces do? Yep, forces can make things change shape, like when you squash a ball, and they can make things change direction or stop. But you're right, all the forces here are making things move. Here's your page with 2 stars. Ain't you proud? I know a certain ornery tomcat that wants to play catch me if you can. Well, it looks like it's time to bring out all the stars. Ready, set, go. Holy hubcaps, looks like you hit the jackpot, sugar. Now you can pick out an experiment to do at home. Ain't it fun?
Have some fun, and when you're done, knock on the door and I'll show you some more. Hi there, Funfair. I'm Rosie Gardner. Life, you know it's my rave. Take a closer look at all the things that make this world we live in a way cool place to be. People, plants, animals. These are all a happening gig, crazy jig. And if you want to find out more, Sycamore, spend some time in the tree with me. But first, here's something I made just for you, Kangaroo. Take a look at this book. Choose a look for the front of your book. Then press Start a Game when you're ready to play. Here's where you look at these experiments and see what you like, Spike. You can find out more about each one by pointing to them. Choose the 3 you'd like to do, and to get things moving and grooving, press play. If you'd like me to make your selection, click here. If you'd rather explore the book, choose one of the chapters here. If you want more info, press the Help button. You're in control, Tadpole. This page is all about what's coming up, Buttercup, and has really useful info that could help you to answer some questions. So take a good long look at your way cool book, then press play when you're ready for the real thing, Zing! Here are just a few of the millions of different plants in the world. Help me to match the names of the plants to their pictures. Bet you thought this was the easy part, right? Au contraire, Koala Bear. So as soon as you see the parts come past, grab them and put them in the right place on the picture. But keep an eye on the time. There's always Croaker the misbehaving raven who likes to stir things up. Cactus, cactus, oak tree, moss, fern, seaweed, grass, sunflower, fern, grass, grass. Croaker, you need to go to cool school. In the meantime, Super Rhyme, let me give you a boost. Carrot plant, moss, grass. Now for some questions. Which plant has a big round flower with yellow petals? Thumbs up, pup. Now, which plant produces an orange vegetable that grows under the ground? Roger Dodger! Which of these plants lives where it is very dry and protects itself with sharp spines? Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. Which of these plants is tough enough to walk or play on? Right! Now, which of these plants might grow on the surface of one of the other plants? That was ace, Hyperspace! Moss can grow in all kinds of places, including the bark of trees such as oak trees. 5 stars! You're numero uno, Champaruno! So, you put your little tootsies up while I get the next one ready. Press play to begin. Whoa, time out. Hold everything. Did you see that? Croaker gets like this every so often. Okay, so he might start throwing words at you. Just grab the ones that match the definitions. You'll do fine, sunshine. Having fun out there, Polar Bear? Knock on the door when you want to come in. Welcome! Ready to go on a soul safari, Mata Hari? Whenever you're ready, Confetti, press start a game. Choose 3 things you want to do, Kalamazoo, and let Rosie do the rest for you. Here you go, Gazpacho. Take a look at this while I set up the first super activity. Then press play when you want to start. Here are 8 very different places for an animal to live. Can you help me to match each animal with where it lives? Camel, giraffe, dolphin, bald eagle, rainbow trout, polar bear, woodpecker, garden frog. Ooh, super cool, toadstool. Question time. What does a polar bear have that helps it live near the chilly North Pole? Brrr. Thumbs up, pup. Okay. What does the frog have that helps it to swim really well in the pond? Yes, you're a natural. Okay. Which of these things helps the dolphin to swim very fast in the ocean? Afraid not, flower pot. In fact, it's the dolphin's streamlined shape that helps it to swim quickly through the water. Okay. The place or region where an animal lives is called its habitat. What is the camel's habitat? Roger Dodger. What would happen to the trout and the dolphin if you took them out of their habitats and put them in different ones? Yup, these animals are all well suited to their habitats. The dolphin and the trout need to be in water to survive. And if you put the others in different habitats, they could have trouble finding food, water, and shelter. 4 stars! That's super duper, paratrooper. Okay, this'll just take a minute, so have a look and when you're ready, press play, Ricochet. Think of your body as lots of totally cool machines working together. My body's the same. You can take a look at 3 body machines right now. Okay, Poppin' Jay, click around until you understand how the activity works. If you're feeling clueless, press the hint button. Want to look at the book? Then just click on it. And when you've finished trying things out, press OK. All clear, Rocketeer? It's question time, pal of mine. First up, what is the main job of the skeleton? Brain and nerves. The, your brain and your nerves form the machine that controls your body. Your brain receives messages from your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and all parts of your body through nerves so that it knows what is going on around you. Your brain also sends messages through nerves to make your muscles work. Muscles, the movement machine. Your muscles, your muscles form a movement machine. They work with the bones of your skeleton to make your body move. They do this by getting shorter, which tugs on the bones. Muscles work in pairs so that they can pull your bones both ways. Altogether, you have more than 600 muscles. Skeleton, the support machine. Your skeleton is a support and protection machine. It's made of hard bones that support your body. Without it, you'd be a floppy bag of skin. Some bones protect you. For example, your skull protects your brain. Your skeleton is flexible too, with 206 bones all joined together so you can move around. Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. Now, what do you think makes the bones of the skeleton move? Got it. So, what makes your muscles move? A little off-key, chickadee. Your brain sends messages to your muscles to make them move. Take another look. Now, how do messages get from your brain to your muscles? You're tremendous! So let me get this straight. How do I move my arm? Yep. Hey, take a look at that. I'm razzled. I'm bedazzled. 4 stars all in a row. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Press play to get it moving. Right. Light show courtesy of our feathered friend Croaker. Bone. Heart. Leaf. Arctic. Nerve. That was way cool, Toadstool. Now, as we were saying before we were so rudely interrupted, I've traveled all around the world taking pictures of animals, and here are some of the photos in my collection. Can you help me match the names to the pictures? Tawny owl, piranha, hammerhead shark, howler monkey, tawny owl, Arctic fox, tree frog, hammerhead shark, boa constrictor, dragonfly. Croaker, you need to go to cool school. In the meantime, Super Rhyme, let me give you a boost. Dragonfly. Time for a quiz, Billy Whiz. Which of these animals lives in the ocean? Here's a clue. You can find out by clicking on the red names. That's a beaut, Newt. These animals are all very different, but what do all of them have? Fantastic! Okay, so what do all of these animals do? That's right. Just like you and me, every animal in the world can move around. Now, can you tell me 2 other things that they all do? Perfecto! All animals eat and all animals grow. Can you tell me 2 things that humans, like you and me, can do that other animals can't? Thumbs up, pup. 5 stars! Hey, looks like you've got your own constellation going on there. Oh boy, Croaker, I feel sorry for you 'cause you're gonna get the old sockaroo. Okay, let's see what kind of star power we're talking here. Hey! Alrighty, high and mighty. Try to grab Croaker as many times as you can before the time runs out. But don't forget, Chet, only go for him when he has a question card. Otherwise, you'll lose some of your valuable stars. Ready to start, Super Smart? All for you, kangaroo. Choose a printout and try it at home. I'm really glad you showed up. We've got a blockbuster plan, Fran. When you want to begin, Gremlin, just press Start a Game. Your chance for input, Bigfoot. Pick 3 activities. Here you go, Tic-Tac-Toe. I'm game if you are. So I'll set us up while you look this over, Rover. Don't forget to press play when you want to get started on the real thing. Now you see them, now you don't. Some animals have the same colors or patterns as the places they live. This makes it easy for them to hide from other animals. Match these animals to where they might hide. Thornback ray, Bengal tiger, Arctic fox, Nile crocodile, oyster catcher egg, stick insect, chameleon, Asian horned toad, thornback ray. Seriously uncool, Croaker. I've got one word for you, nevermore. Anyway, I can help you with this. Bengal tiger, Arctic fox, Nile crocodile, oyster catcher egg, stick insect, chameleon, Asian horned toad, thornback ray. Now for some questions. What makes it easy for an Asian horned toad to hide? You're tremendous! Why would a tiger want to blend in with its surroundings? Not quite true, kangaroo. The tiger blends in with its surroundings so that the animals it hunts can't see it easily. Now, why do you think a stick insect needs to hide? Yes! A thornback ray is a flat fish with a mottled back, covered with brown spots. How do you think it hides? That's right. The ray's spotted back blends in well with the sand and stones on the ocean floor, making it very hard to see. Chameleons can change the color of their skin. So when do they change color? Well, lots of people say that chameleons change to match different colors. But in fact, chameleons change color when they get hot or cold. In cool, dark shade, they turn dark brown, and in warm sunshine, they turn bright green. Cool trick, huh? Hey, there's your page, all aglow with 3 stars. Megamondo, vagabondo. Okay, this'll just take a minute, so have a look, and when you're ready, press play, Ricochet. This is getting old, Croaker. Bird, mammal, flower, camouflage. I think he got the message. What do you think? Okay, where were we? Some of these animals move around by flying, some by swimming, and some of them don't swim or fly at all. Can you help me sort them? Tawny owl, penguin, rabbit, garden snail, honeybee, rainbow trout, alligator, howler monkey, swan, kangaroo. That bird is really sick. I think he needs treatment. But no sweat, pet. I'll fix this up. Bald eagle, great white shark. First up, Buttercup. Which animals can fly but can't swim? Unlucky, puppy. The ones that can fly but can't swim are the bald eagle, the tawny owl, and the honeybee. A swan can fly and swim. Can you tell me two more animals that can both fly and swim? Yep. Which of the animals that fly is not a bird? Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. What do all the animals that fly have in common? Got it. Okay, which of these questions could you ask to tell a rabbit from a tawny owl? Bad call, Melon Ball. The question you could ask is, can it fly? Because a tawny owl can fly, but a rabbit can't. Three little sparklers, totally super fly. So, you put your little tootsies up while I get the next one ready. Press play to begin. Plants have lots of different parts, and they all do different jobs. Can you match the names to each part of this picture? Seriously uncool, Croaker. I've got one word for you, nevermore. Anyway, I can help you with this. Sun, leaf, soil, flower, stem, roots. Now for a few questions. First, which parts of the plant support the leaves and flowers? You can find out by clicking on the red names. That's right, Dynamite! Okay, so which parts of a plant are good at catching sunlight? Perfecto! The leaves catch energy from the sun, and they use it to make food to help the plant grow. Neat trick, huh? Then which parts of a plant take water from the soil? Rootin' tootin'! Imagine drinking through your feet, and you'll know what that feels like. Okay, where are seeds and fruits produced? Ace answer. Flowers produce seeds and fruits so the plant can make more plants just like it. Why are flowers brightly colored? Fantastic! 5 stars! You're numero uno, Champaruno. Oh boy, Croaker, I feel sorry for you 'cause you're gonna get the old sockaroo. Now for a little stargazing. 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome. Ready for a rendezvous with the wild wahoo? When you want to begin, Gremlin, just press start a game. Choose 3 things you want to do, Kalamazoo, and let Rosie do the rest for you. Here you go, Gazpacho. Take a look at this. What do you think a plant needs to grow, Scarecrow? Take a look at these 2 plants. One is watered, the other isn't. Choose how much light the plants get and see what happens. Full light, no light. Angled light. No light. Full light. Got your brain in gear? Then here are some questions. What happens to a seed that you do not water? Supremo! Most seeds need water to start growing. So, what happens if you water a seed and keep it in the dark? That's it! Plants need light from the sun to grow. So, what's the first thing to appear from a seed as it starts to grow? You're off the wall, Cannonball. In fact, the first thing to appear from a seed as it starts to grow is a root. So, which things does a seed need to produce a healthy plant? Yeah. Now, what happens to a growing plant when light shines on it from only one side? Isn't that amazing? And who said that plants don't move? 4 stars? That's super duper, paratrooper. You can look at this picture of the next development while I get it ready. Press play and we'll get started. I think Croaker's on the loose again. Muscle. Plant. Species. Animal. Nice work, Perky. Now, where do we leave off? Here are two very different habitats. Can you match each animal to the habitat it is best suited for? Croaker, you're a dead duck, and someday somebody's gonna cook your goose. Okay, let's clear this up. Trout, garden frog, tawny owl, rabbit, hedgehog, red fox, piranha, tree frog, toucan, howler monkey, boa constrictor, green iguana. Now for some questions. Which fish swim in the river next to my treehouse? You're tremendous! Okay, there are lots of trees in the rainforest. What kind of frog do you find there? Crazy, Maisie! The howler monkey makes a loud howling sound that can be heard through lots of thick trees. Where does it live? Amazing! Have you ever seen a macaw? It's a large parrot with brightly colored feathers that can be seen through very dense trees. Where might it live? Yep. Okay, a polar bear has very thick snowy white fur. Where do you think you might find one? That's right. It's very cold in the Arctic, so you need a thick coat of fur to keep warm. And white fur is the same color as snow, so a polar bear can't be seen by the animals it hunts. Here's your page. Let's see. Wowie zowie, 5 stars! You've got what it takes, Cupcakes. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Press play to get it moved. Here are some of the animals that live around my tree. I've made a key so that you can help me sort them out. Just follow the questions and put the animals where they belong. Croaker, croaker, croaker. You are one malfunctioning unit. Anyway, how about if I give you a hand here? Earthworm, slug, snail, worker ant, dragonfly, honeybee, garden spider, caterpillar. Ready to go, Buffalo? First question. Which of these animals has no legs but does have a shell? Not quite, Satellite. In fact, it's the snail that has no legs but does have a shell. Okay, so which of the animals have more than 6 legs? Yes! Now, which animal has 6 legs and no wings? Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. What do snails, slugs, and earthworms have in common? Yes, you're a natural. And what do honeybees and caterpillars have in common? Right! Hey, take a look at that. I'm razzled, I'm bedazzled. 4 stars all in a row. We've got a little surprise for you, Croaker. Ready to send him to cool school? Okay. Check him out. How many other kids do you know with their own constellations? Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Now you get to pick out an experiment to do at home. Yippee skippy! Welcome. Ready for a rendezvous with the wild wahoo? When you want to begin, Gremlin, just press start a game. Pick 3 activities. How's that, cool cat? Here you go, Don. Have you ever heard the word fluoride or seen it on the side of a tube of toothpaste? Fluoride is an ingredient that can help to keep your teeth healthy, and this is why it is added to many toothpastes. In some places, tap water contains fluoride. It has been added to help protect everyone's teeth. This is a mouthful of fun. Choose how you are going to take care of your teeth and see what happens. Oh. Hmm. Ready to be a tooth sleuth? First up, what happens to your teeth if you don't take care of them? Yuck! That's right. Now, Why do you think sugary snacks are bad for your teeth? Not quite true, tiramisu. In fact, sugar helps the germs in your mouth attack your teeth. Why is brushing your teeth good for them? Not true, Wallaroo. In fact, brushing helps to remove plaque from your teeth, which is a sticky mess of germs. Yuck! Why is it a good idea to visit the dentist? Bad luck, Woodchuck. The dentist checks your teeth for problems and fixes them. If you don't visit the dentist regularly, the problems could become much more serious. So what's the best way to take care of your teeth? Uh-uh. In fact, sugary snacks are bad for your teeth. You should brush your teeth twice a day or after meals, and make sure you visit the dentist regularly, and you'll have the best smile in town. Here's your page, and look, a star. There's more where that one came from, chum. Okay, you can look this page over for a minute while I rig up the next one. Lights, camera, action! Predator. Cells. Ribcage. Rainforest. Rainforest. Seed. Welcome! Whenever you're ready, choose 3 things you want to do, Kalamazoo. Here you go, Gazpacho. Take a look. Hey, do you know your bones, Jones? Here's a picture of the human skeleton, but can you fill in the names of the bones? Seriously uncool, Croaker. I've got one word for you, nevermore. Anyway, I can help you with this. Skull, jawbone, shoulder blade, rib cage, backbone, pelvis, kneecap. First up, Lucky Pup, which part of your skeleton protects your brain? Here's a clue. You can find out by clicking on the red words. Skull. Yep. Okay, which part of your skeleton protects your heart and lungs? You're tremendous. Um, which part of your skeleton keeps your body upright? Crazy, Maisie. Which part of your body joins your legs to the bottom of your backbone? Yes! Which part of your skull can you move up and down and from side to side? Perfecto! Here's your page. Let's see. Wowie zowie, 5 stars! You've got what it takes, Cupcakes. Okay, this'll just take a minute, so have a look and when you're ready, press play, Ricochet. Let's hustle some muscle. I've made a model of an arm. See what happens when you shorten the blue and green springs. The screen shows what a real arm looks like when it's doing the same thing. Still with us? That's good. What do you think happens when you shorten the green spring? Unlucky, Guppy. When you shorten the green spring, the model arm moves down. So, what happens when you shorten the blue spring? Afraid not. When you shorten the blue spring, the model arm moves up. When the model arm is in position 2, how can you move it to position 3? Not true, Cuckoo. You can move the arm from position 2 to position 3 by shortening the green spring. So, what would happen if the green spring wasn't there? That's right. You need both springs to make the arm work correctly, and that's why you need 2 muscles to pull each bone. Have you noticed what happens to the green spring when you shorten the blue spring? Perfecto! When you shorten one spring, the other one relaxes and gets longer. And that's how real muscles work too. Hey, what's this on your page? 2 twinklies? Way to go, Geronimo! And don't forget there's even more to score. You can look at this picture of the next development while I get it ready. Press lights, camera, action. Joint, biceps, ooh, remind me not to mess with you. Now, back to the game. This one'll grow on ya. This machine shows how three animals, including human beings, grow and change through their very different lives. Take a look. A frog begins life as a fertilized egg in a mass of jelly and eggs called spawn. After the tiny eggs hatch, baby frogs called tadpoles swim around underwater for several weeks. The tadpoles have tails that help the tadpole move through the water. After about 9 weeks, legs grow at the back of the tadpole, and after about 12 weeks, arms grow and the tail begins to shrink. At this stage, the frog really begins to look like a frog. Most frogs are fully grown after about 16 weeks, ready to produce more fertilized eggs that will grow to make more frogs. Human being. A human being, such as you or me, starts off as a tiny fertilized egg, almost too small to see, inside their mother's belly. The egg becomes an embryo, and gradually the embryo starts to look like a baby. After 9 months of growing inside its mother, the baby is born. The first few years of a human's life are very important as it grows quickly and learns from its parents. A young child soon learns to walk and talk, and through childhood continues to grow and learn. Between the ages of about 11 and 16, a child starts to become an adult, and many changes take place. This time is called puberty. Soon after puberty, the human being is an adult, almost fully grown. Chicken. Chickens come from eggs like the ones we eat for breakfast. The difference is, this egg is fertilized, which means that inside there is a tiny baby chick called an embryo beginning to grow. In a few weeks, the embryo grows big enough to hatch out. A tiny tooth at the end of the chick's beak cuts through the eggshell and the chick emerges. After only about an hour, its wet, bedraggled feathers dry out to become yellow and fluffy. From now on, it spends most of its time eating until, after a few months, it is fully grown. Ready for a question? Okay, first, what do all three animals have in common? Crazy, Maisie! What does a chick use to break through the shell of its egg? That's a beaut, Newt. Okay, what do you call a young frog when it has a tail and no legs? Yep. Which animal takes the longest time to grow into an adult? You got it. Humans take about 16 years to grow up, while frogs and chickens only take a few months. Okay, Manta Ray, what happens to all of these animals as they grow? Not true, kangaroo. In fact, what happens to all of them is that their bodies change shape as they grow. Hey, take a look at that. I'm razzled, I'm bedazzled. 4 stars all in a row. Time for your dance lesson, Croaker. Check 'em out. How many other kids do you know with their own constellations? Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now you get to pick out an experiment to do at home. Yippee skippy! Welcome. Ready for a rendezvous with the wild wahoo? Whenever you're ready, Confetti, press start a game. Choose 3 things you want to do, Kalamazoo, and let Rosie do the rest for you. Hey, here's what's coming up. It's pretty funky, cheeky monkey. Press play when you want to get... This is about food chains, brains. Each chain starts with a plant at the bottom, which is eaten by an animal, which is eaten by another animal at the top. Can you complete the food chains? Croaker, you're a dead duck, and someday somebody's gonna cook your goose. Okay, let's clear this up. Hedgehog, red fox, boa constrictor, dolphin, dead oak leaf, garden grass, rainforest leaves, seaweed. Ready for some questions? First up, which of these animals eats earthworms? Not true, kangaroo. In fact, it's the hedgehog that eats worms. So, what do earthworms eat? Roger Dodger! Now, which one of these 3 things does not eat anything itself? That's right. An oak tree makes its own food, which nourishes its leaves. Now, which of these is at the beginning of the food chain in the ocean? Yes! Last one. Which of these 3 is at the end of the rainforest food chain? Superb, Herb! 4 stars? That's super duper, paratrooper. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Shh! I think Croaker's at it again. Don't let him know you know. Food chain. Predator. Joint. Prey. Leaf. That was way cool, Toadstool. Now, as we were saying before we were so rudely interrupted. This is a food web, which shows who eats what near my treehouse. It starts with an oak tree. The arrows show where the food energy goes. Can you complete the food web by putting the plants and animals into the right places? Croaker, you need to go to cool school. In the meantime, Super Rhyme, let me give you a boost. Time for some questions. Which animals eat parts of the oak tree? Amazing! Okay, in this web, which animal does the fox eat? Thumbs up, pup! Now, in this web, which animals eat the stag beetle larva? Way to go, Mo! There are two birds of prey at the ends of this food web. Which ones are they? And that's a fact, Jack. Which of these animals link the oak tree and the sparrowhawk? That's right. The stag beetle larva eats the oak tree, the nightingale eats the stag beetle larva, and the sparrowhawk eats the nightingale. 5 stars! Hey, looks like you've got your own constellation going on there. Okay, you can look this page over for a minute while I rig up the next one. Here are two seeds, one in soil and one in cotton. Find out what happens when you try to grow them in three very different places. North Pole, Sahara Desert, near Rosie's treehouse. Question time, Lemon Lime. Where do these seeds grow best? Fantastic! Okay, so what is the biggest problem for plants in the desert? Yes! Why do you think plants don't grow at the North Pole? That's right. Now, which seed grows best? The one in soil or the one in cotton? Yup. The soil helps the plant to stand up, and it contains nutrients that keep plants healthy. Where do plants grow best? That's right, Sharkbite. Plants will grow best where it's warm and usually sunny, but also where it rains often. 5 stars! You're numero uno, Champeruno. So, you want a chance to get back at Croaker? And here he happens to be. Well, well, what a coincidence. Starlight, star bright, how many will we see tonight? Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Now you get to pick out an experiment to do at home. Yippee skippy! Welcome. Ready for a rendezvous with the wild wahoo? When you want to be, choose 3 things you want to do, Kalamazoo, and let Rosie do the rest for you. Here you go, Gazpacho. Take a look at this while I set up the first super activity. Then press play when you want to start. Got the power flower? Of course, not all plants have flowers, you know. Can you help me sort these plants into ones that do have flowers and ones that don't? Ouch! That's no good. Well, I can clear this up in no time, Lemon Lime. Just watch. Cherry blossom tree, sunflower, water lily, tomato plant, tulip, bluebell, pine tree, fern, moss, seaweed. Interrogation time. First question. Which plant has large yellow and brown flowers? You're tremendous! Okay, so which of these plants lives in water and has flowers? Afraid it's nope, antelope. A water lily has flowers and it lives in water in lakes and ponds. Here's a tricky one. Do trees produce flowers? Got it. Now, which of these plants does not have flowers and can live on trees and stone walls? Yes, you're a natural. Okay, now what do you suppose the flowers on a tomato plant might become? That's right. If they are fertilized, tomato flowers turn into juicy red tomatoes later in the year. 4 stars! That's super duper, paratrooper. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Press play to get it moving. Do you like to sort, Sport? Here are lots of fruits and vegetables. Use the questions in the key to sort them into different types. Croaker, you need to go to cool school. In the meantime, Super Rhyme, let me give you a boost. Orange, banana, watermelon, grape, strawberry, carrots, cabbage, spinach. Question time, Pantomime. Now, which vegetable grows underground? Right! So, which are the vegetables that do not grow underground? That's a beaut, Newt. Okay, can you name all the fruits you see here? Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. Now, what do carrots and spinach have in common? Perfecto! Okie dokie. What question could you ask to tell a grape and a strawberry apart? Yup, only the grape has a smooth skin. 5 stars? That's pretty macho, muchacho. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Press play to get it moving. Looks like Croaker's trying to pull the wool over our eyes again. Teeth, rib cage, bird, vegetable. Mm-hmm. I think he got the message. What do you think? Okay, where were we? Ever wondered how plants make other plants? Just click on Show Me to find out. Most plants grow from seeds or fruits, which are produced from flowers. For a flower to produce a seed or a fruit, a powder called pollen must be transferred from one flower to another. Inside the petals of a flower are structures called stamens and carpels. Pollen is produced at the top of the stamen, which is the male part of the flower. Most plants making a new plant. New, new seeds can travel far from their parent plant, often being carried by the wind or by birds or animals. A seed lands in soil, and if it gets enough light and water, it will grow to form a new plant. And when the new plant has a flower, it is ready to make even more plants. Making a seed. Making a new plant. Making pollen. Most plants grow from seeds or fruits, which are produced from flowers. For a flower to produce a seed or a fruit, a powder called pollen must be transferred from one flower to another. Inside the petals of a flower are structures called stamens. Making a seed. Pollen is usually carried from flower to flower by insects such as bees, which are lured into the flower in search of a sweet, sticky liquid called nectar. The pollen sticks to the bee's legs, and when the bee visits another flower, it gets left on a carpel, which is the female part of the flower. Inside the carpel, the pollen joins with something called an ovum, and a seed or fruit is produced. This is called fertilization. You ready for some more questions? Now, plants grow from fruits and seeds. Where are these produced? Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. What is the name of the powder that must be transferred from plant to plant to make fruits and seeds? Superb, Herb! Pollen is produced on the male part of a flower. What is that part called? Right! So, how is pollen usually transferred from plant to plant? Amazing! What do you call it when male pollen and a female ovum join together? That was near, reindeer. In fact, it's called fertilization. Hey, take a look at that. I'm razzled. I'm bedazzled. 4 stars all in a row. We've got a little surprise for you, Croaker. Ready to send him to cool school? Okay. Check him out. How many other kids do you know with their own constellations? Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Welcome! Ready to have a look at life up close and personal? Then you've come to the right place, Ace. When you want to begin, Gremlin, just press Start a Game. Your chance for input, Bigfoot. Pick 3 activities. Hey, hey, here's what's coming up. It's pretty funky, cheeky monkey. This is something to bite on. An animal's teeth can tell you a lot about what the animal eats. You can find out here about the food and teeth of three very different animals. Goats are herbivorous, which means that their diet is made up mostly of plants. They don't have canine teeth, unlike lions or humans, because they do not need to tear into meat. Goats eat mainly grass, which they cut with flat, sharp teeth called incisors that are shaped like chisels. A goat grinds the grass at the back of its mouth with large, flat teeth called molars and premolars. Lion. Lions are carnivorous, which means that their diet is made up mostly of meat. A lion kills its prey by biting it with its jaws, which can open very wide. The cone-shaped teeth at the front of a lion's jaw are called canines. They are very sharp and pointed, so that the lion can tear the flesh off its prey. Strong teeth at the back, called carnassials, hold on to the prey so that it cannot escape. Human. Hum Human beings are omnivorous, which means that we eat both meat and plants. We do not need to kill our prey with our jaws, so they are not as strong as a lion's and do not open as wide. We have sharp canine teeth, like a lion's but a lot smaller. And just like a goat, we have incisor teeth for cutting up vegetables, and molars and premolars for chewing. Ready for a quiz, Wheelie Whiz? What type of food does a carnivorous animal eat? Got it. Now, what type of food does a herbivorous animal eat? Fantastic! So, what type of food does an omnivorous animal eat? Way to go, buffalo! Omnivorous animals eat all types of food, including meat and plants. Now, what kind of teeth do lions and humans have that goats do not? Perfecto! Okay, a lion uses its canine teeth to tear the flesh of its prey. What shape do you think the lion's canine teeth are? Thumbs up, pup. 5 stars! You're numero uno, Champaruno. Okay, you can look this page over for a minute while I rig up the next one. Just press play. Here's a checklist of things that help us tell which animals are mammals. Let's see. Mammals are warm-blooded. They give birth to live young. They have hair or fur. They feed their young milk. And they use lungs for breathing. Got that? Can you help me spot the mammals? Croaker, you need to go to cool school. In the meantime, Super Rhyme, let me give you a boost. Kangaroo, long-eared bat, orangutan, dolphin, rabbit, red fox, polar bear, tiger, ostrich, poison dart frog, worker ant, piranha, giant tortoise. Question time, pantomime. How do you think mammals breathe? In fact, mammals use their lungs to breathe. Okay, so what can you say about a rabbit's blood? Not quite, Trilobite. You see, a rabbit is a mammal, so it has warm blood. Almost all mammals give birth to live young. What do you think that means? Au contraire, debonair. In fact, lots of animals lay eggs, but almost all mammals don't. They give birth to baby mammals. Now, how can we tell for sure that a bat is a mammal and not a bird? Perfecto! In fact, a bat is more like a mouse with wings than a bird. You've got hair and warm blood, and you were probably fed milk when you were a baby. What kind of animal do you think this makes you? Uh-uh. In fact, you and I are hairy, warm-blooded mammals. Here's your page, and look, a star. There's more where that one came from, chum. Okay, you can look this page over for a minute while I rig up the next one. Just press play and it's up, up, and away. Shh, I think Croaker's at it again. Don't let him know you know. Nerve. Wowie zowie! That was some serious remedial action. Okay, where were we? In the swim, Slim? Do you really know what a fish is? I've made a checklist to help you out. All fish are cold-blooded, live underwater, are streamlined, are covered in scales, have fins to help them swim, and breathe through their gills. Phew! Ready to help me catch some fish? Croaker, croaker, croaker. You are one malfunctioning unit. Anyway, how about if I give you a hand here? Rainbow trout, great white shark, electric eel, thornback ray, John Dory, piranha, seahorse, clown triggerfish, minke whale, green turtle, boa constrictor, dolphin, Nile crocodile. What type of animal is a John Dory? And that's a fact, Jack. Which animals live underwater but are not fish? Bad luck, woodchuck. In fact, minke whales and dolphins are mammals, and green turtles are reptiles. Why are fish streamlined? Roger Dodger! Why is a dolphin not a fish? That's right. In fact, a dolphin is a mammal, just like you and me. Why can't fish live on land? That's right. Fish breathe through their gills, which work only underwater. Hey, take a look at that. I'm razzled. I'm bedazzled. 4 stars all in a row. Croaker seems to think he's ready for the big time. Anyway, okay, let's check out your twinkle factor. Is everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go! Hi, glad. Pick 3 activities. How's that, cool cat? Here you go, Dynamo. Take a look at this. Feeling clever, Feather? Think you know what a bird is? Look at this checklist. All birds are warm-blooded, have feathers, wings, and beaks, don't have teeth, and lay eggs with hard shells. Ready to go bird watching? Croaker, croaker, croaker. You are one malfunctioning unit. Anyway, how about if I give you a hand here? Ostrich, flamingo, penguin, tawny owl, toucan, nightingale, swan, bald eagle, bird-winged butterfly, flying squirrel, dragonfly, long-eared bat, John Dory. Question time, lemon lime. First up, what type of animal is an ostrich? Yep. Okay, so which of these animals have wings but aren't birds? That was phony, Pepperoni. It's the butterfly, dragonfly, and bat. The butterfly and dragonfly are both insects, while the bat is a mammal. Now then, can all birds fly? Not quite, Trilobite. It's true that all birds have wings, but they can't all fly. For example, penguins and ostriches are birds that can't fly. Okay, what is it about butterflies that tells you they aren't birds? Yep, that's swell, Jingle Bell. One more question. Now, how many of those things in the checklist do you think an animal has to match to be a bird? Unlucky little puppy. In fact, an animal has to match all of the things on the checklist to be a bird. Here's your page. 2 stars makes you 2 jumps ahead. That's what I said. Okay, this'll just take a minute, so have a look and when you're ready, press play, Ricochet. Reptiles are all scales and tails. Here's a checklist of what makes a reptile a reptile. Let's see. They are all cold-blooded and all have scaly skin, and most of them live on land, lay eggs with soft, leathery shells, and breathe using lungs. Cool. Ready to round up some reptiles? Croaker, croaker, croaker. You are one malfunctioning unit. Anyway, how about if I give you a hand here? Green turtle, giant tortoise, green iguana, chameleon, boa constrictor, sidewinder, anole lizard, Nile crocodile, earthworm, long-eared bat, garden frog, eel, field mouse. Time for the questions. First one, what type of animal is a chameleon? Besides being one that's difficult to spell. Got it. Now, which of these pairs of reptiles is made up of 2 snakes? Amazing! Okay, which of these reptiles have shells? Not quite, Starlight. Turtles and tortoises have shells. Imagine carrying your home around with you on your back. Ribbit, ribbit, flibbity-gibbet. What things about a frog tell you that it's not a reptile? Not true, Bamboo. In fact, frogs have smooth skins and their eggs don't have a leathery shell. 2 surefire signs that frogs aren't reptiles. Now, can you pick 2 reptiles that spend much of their time in water? A little off-key, Manatee. The green turtle and the Nile crocodile are both reptiles, and they both spend much of their time in the water. Ooh, a gruesome twosome. Well, okay, not really gruesome. Groovy is more like it. Okay, this'll just take a minute, so have a look and when you're ready, press play, Ricochet. Looks like Croaker's trying to pull the wool over our eyes again. Carpal. Flower. Bone. Sharks. Pollen. Way to go, Geronimo. He'll be okay. Now, back to the action. Do you know your toads and frogs blogs? Here's a checklist of what makes an amphibian an amphibian. They are all cold-blooded, have smooth, wet skin, don't have scales, hair, or feathers, lay eggs without shells, and start life in water. And most of them live on land when they become adults. Got all that? Let's spot some amphibians. Yellow mantella, tree frog, John Dory, boa constrictor, Nile crocodile, dolphin, tadpole, Asian horned toad, fire salamander, poison dart frog, garden frog, California newt, field mouse. You're really making a splash, Flash. Okie dokie, time for some questions. What type of animal is a fire salamander? Fantastic! Okay, here are some pairs of animals. Which ones live in or near water but are not amphibians? Uh-uh. In fact, the Nile crocodile and the dolphin both live in or near water but aren't amphibians. Detective time! What does a field mouse have on its skin that tells you it is not an amphibian? Thumbs up, pup! Now, where do tadpoles hatch from their eggs? And that's a fact, Jack. Now, a dolphin has smooth skin. So why isn't it an amphibian? Amazing! 4 stars? That's super duper, paratrooper. So, you want a chance to get back at Croaker? And here he happens to be. Well, well, what a coincidence. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for. Okay? Okay. Ready, set, go! Now you get to pick out an experiment to do at home. Yippee skippy! Welcome! We've got loads to do, didgeridoo. When you want to begin, Gremlin, just press start a game. Pick 3 activities. How's that, cool cat? Here you be, Tweedledee. Get an eyeful of this while I set up the first activity. Then press play when you want to start. Creepy crawlies? Yuck! But do you know what an insect is? Let's see. Young insects hatch from eggs, start life as nymphs or larvae, and then change into adult insects. Adult insects have 6 legs, hard bodies with 3 sections, and most of them have wings. Got that? Let's catch some bugs. John Dory, tadpole, garden spider, worker ant, earthworm, earthworm, honeybee, dragonfly, snail, stag beetle grub, bird-winged butterfly, blue chickadee, garden spider, garden spider, garden spider. Hit the road, Toad, crackpot crow. Okay, so here's how it goes. Stick insect, caterpillar, dragonfly. Okay, let's see if you can buzz through some questions. First up, Lucky Pup, how can you tell that a spider is not an insect? That's right, Starry Night. All insects have 6 legs, so a spider can't be one. Spiders and scorpions are called arachnids. What type of insect is a caterpillar? Crazy, Maisie. Do you know how a caterpillar changes into a butterfly? Amazing, isn't it? It's called complete metamorphosis. A caterpillar actually changes the whole shape of its body and emerges as an adult butterfly. We have skeletons inside us to support and protect our bodies. Where is an insect skeleton? Bad luck, woodchuck. In fact, insects have a hard outer casing called an exoskeleton, which means skeleton on the outside. Flies, wasps, mosquitoes, beetles, crickets, moths, termites, and fleas are all types of insects. What do they all have in common? Uh-uh. The truth is, they all have 6 legs and an exoskeleton. Fleas and most termites don't have wings and can't fly. 3 little sparklers, totally superfly. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Got a spine, porcupine? Believe it or not, the most important question you can ask an animal is, do you have a backbone? Let's see. Mammals, birds, fish, reptiles, and amphibians all do have backbones. And everything else doesn't. Ready for some spine spotting? Let's go. Croaker, croaker, croaker. You are one malfunctioning unit. Anyway, how about if I give you a hand here? Rabbit, boa constrictor, John Dory, garden frog, camel, sparrowhawk, earthworm, slug, snail, caterpillar, garden spider, bird-winged butterfly, stick insect, worker ant. First up, pup, what's the main difference between a snake and an earthworm? Uh-uh. The truth is, snakes have backbones and worms don't. Now, which of these words means animals that have backbones? Ain't so, Hippo. All animals that have backbones are called vertebrates, and animals that don't are called invertebrates. So, which kind of animal are you? Um, not quite. In fact, human beings have backbones, which makes us vertebrates. Now, what do snails, oysters, and crabs all have that protects their bodies? Not quite, Trilobite. Snails, oysters, and crabs are all protected by hard shells called exoskeletons. What do insects and spiders have that protects their bodies? Yup, insects and spiders have an exoskeleton, which means skeleton on the outside. Look at that star you earned for your page. Looks like $1,000,000, Chuck. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Press play to get it moving. What's going on? Yeah, as if I didn't know. Temperature. Incisor. Incisor. That was way cool, Toadstool. Now, as we were saying before we were so rudely interrupted. Uh-oh, my kitchen cupboard's empty. It would be way cool if you could help me restock it by putting these foods into the right places. Ouch! That's no good. Well, I can clear this up in no time, Lemon Lime. Just watch. Carrots, banana, orange, baked beans, chicken, sausages, fresh fish, tuna, cookies, candy bar, donut, egg, cheese, milk, bread. Why are fruits and vegetables good for you? Here's a clue. You can find out by clicking on the red words. Superb, Herb! That's why it's important to eat lots of fresh fruit and vegetables. Now, which foods provide lots of protein to help our bodies grow? Got it! What do cake, candy, and cookies all contain? Yes! Why is eating too many sugary foods bad for you? Well, not really. Eating too many sugary foods can rot your teeth and make you gain weight. They don't sound quite so sweet now, do they? It's a good idea to eat lots of different types of food. What else do you think is a good idea? Not quite, stalagmite. The best advice is to eat lots of fresh fruit and vegetables and try not to eat too much cake or candy. Hey, there's your page, all aglow with 3 stars. Mega mondo, vagabondo. So, you want a chance to get back at Croaker? And here he happens to be. Well, well, what a coincidence. Starlight, star bright, how many will we see tonight? Ready, set, go! What's... Whenever you're ready, your chance for input, Bigfoot. Pick 3 activities. Here's a sneak preview of our coming attraction. Press play when you're ready for the real deal. Do you know what's in food, Ermintrude? Nutrients are the things in food that your body needs. Can you help me refill my cupboard by matching the foods to the nutrients they provide? Here's a clue. You can find out more about each nutrient by clicking on the red words. Butter, skimmed milk, bread, chicken, chicken, beans, cream, potato, fish, bacon, bacon, banana, cooking oil, pasta. Pretty neat and sweet, smelly feet. Ready, Freddy? First question. Why do we need to eat proteins? That's right, Egg White. Proteins are the building blocks that our bodies use to grow bigger and heal injuries. Now, which nutrient is our main source of energy? Unlucky, puppy. You see, carbohydrates are our main source of energy. And which nutrient is stored under your skin? Not quite, Trilobite. It's really fat that is stored in a layer under your skin. Our hair, nails, and skin are all made from the same nutrient. Which one? Perfecto! Now, milk and cream both contain protein and fat, but we've put milk under protein and cream under fat. Why do you think that is? That's right, Dynamite. Most foods contain more than one type of nutrient. 3 little sparklers, totally superfly. Hey, get an eyeful of this. It's what the next one looks like. Press play. Deep down, I'm a special kind of person. You want to see? You can check out 3 of the body machines that keep our bodies working. The blood machine. Your heart is like a powerful pump, a machine that sends blood around to every corner of your body. The blood collects oxygen from your lungs. It also picks up useful chemicals from the food that you have eaten. The blood delivers food chemicals and oxygen to all parts of the body. When you breathe in, air rushes through tubes into your lungs. Your body needs one of the gases from the air called oxygen. Inside your lungs, the oxygen passes into your blood. A waste gas called carbon dioxide passes from your blood to your lungs and you breathe it out. The food machine. When you eat food, it passes from your mouth down a tube to your stomach, where it is mashed up and mixed with chemicals that change it to a form that your body can use. It passes from the stomach through other tubes where the useful chemicals in the food pass into the blood. Whatever is not needed goes out of your body. Question time, Lemon Lime. What do you think the main job of your heart is? Well, not really. In fact, the main job of the heart is to pump blood around the body. Which of these things do you think your blood carries around your body? Not quite, Trilobite. Your blood carries food and oxygen around your body. What's the name of the really cool place where the food you eat is mashed up and mixed with chemicals? Way to go, Mo! This one's airy, Tooth Fairy. What is the main job of your lungs? Au contraire, Polar Bear. Your lungs' main job is to swap gases. When you breathe in, your lungs take oxygen from the air, and when you breathe out, your lungs get rid of carbon dioxide. So, what do all three of these body machines have in common? Not true, Didgeridoo. Your food machine takes in food, your lungs take in oxygen, and your blood carries it all around your body. So they all move useful things into or around your body. Here's your page, and look, a star. There's more where that one came from, chum. Okay, you can look this page over for a minute while I rig up the next one. Just press play and it's up, up, and away. Yep, right on time. You know the drill, right? Protein, premolar, artery, biceps, amphibian. Do you think Croker's learned his lesson yet? Somehow I doubt it. Now, where were we? Ready to start, Braveheart? This totally cool machine shows you how your heart works. Take a look. Your heartbeat. When you're standing still, your heart beats about 70 times every minute. This number is called your pulse rate, and it changes when you do different things, like running, or sleeping. Where your blood goes. Your, your blood is pumped out of your heart through tubes called arteries to your lungs, where it picks up oxygen from the air you breathe in. Then it returns to your heart through tubes called veins, and then it gets pumped around the rest of your body. Your body uses the oxygen, and the blood returns to the heart ready to start all over again. How your heart works. Each time your heart beats, it sends blood surging through your body. With each beat, blood enters your heart through the upper chambers and flows down into the lower chambers. When the lower chambers are full of blood, they squeeze inward to push the blood out of your heart. At the same time, the two valves between the upper and lower chambers close, to stop the blood going the wrong way. As the blood leaves your heart, a second set of valves slams shut to stop any blood flowing back. Here goes, Twinkle Toes. First, what's the main job of your heart? Thumbs up, pup. So, what do the valves in your heart do? Unlucky guppy. In fact, the valves in your heart open and shut to stop the blood going the wrong way. Now, what happens to your blood when it flows through your lungs? Au contraire, polar bear. Your blood goes through your lungs to pick up oxygen from the air you breathe in. Here's a tricky one. What's the difference between arteries and veins? Not quite, Sharkbite. In fact, arteries take blood away from your heart and veins bring it back. Now, why do you think your heart pumps faster when you run? Got it. Hey, what's this on your page? 2 twinklies? Way to go, Geronimo! And don't forget there's even more to score. Croaker's all set for a little one-on-one. Are you up for it? Now for a little stargazing. Ready, set, go! Uh-oh. Remember, only catch Croaker if you see a question card. Hey ho, here you go. Here's what's in store. Goodies galore. Are you sure about that, cool cat?
You are cordially invited to my little soiree in the kitchen. Knock on the door when you're ready.
Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. Nothing like the great outdoors, right? Wait till you see the great indoors. Open the door and you'll see what I mean, Jean. Are you sure about that, cool cat? Time to hit the trail, huh? See you later, percolator.
Our business bus prepared. Contact light.